Content creator and health advocate Gigi Robinson joins us now. Gigi, your podcast is called Everything You Need Is Within. How did you learn that lesson in your own life?
Thanks so much for having me. I think I learned that first of all by my dad, but also because I genuinely wanted to always do the best with what I had. And sometimes that meant looking within despite different adversity around me. And overall, I think it's just an amazing lesson and quote, and you can implement it into any part of your life as well. So I really have really enjoyed having a podcast with that kind of positive ethos as well.
Yeah, it's almost like a freeing concept, right? Like everyone feels like they have to get everything they need to do what they want, and saying it's from within is really a great outlook. Now, I know that your advocacy, it's for people who are chronically ill. What do you think that people who suffer from chronic illness need most that the rest of us may not know or understand because we don't have that experience?
Yeah, amazing question. I think simply put, compassion and just believing and supporting any of your friends, family members, colleagues that have a chronic illness can sometimes mean doing something easy for them, right? It could mean picking up a dinner, washing your dishes, making their bed, doing their laundry, even things like that really cost people with chronic illness a lot of energy. And
Mm.
there's this concept called spoon theory that a lot of people don't fully understand outside of the chronic illness community. And it's essentially the concept that you only have like 10 spoons in a day. And being chronically ill means you're starting at maybe 7.5 spoons.
Mm.
And each task in your day is devoted to a different spoon, and you can only do certain amounts of things. So when you, as I guess somebody who supports or is a caregiver or a friend of someone with a chronic illness, really just asking and seeing where you can help out is really important.
Yeah, absolutely. That spoon concept is genius. I love that. Now, I know that obviously this
I
is
can't take
something,
credit.
yes, of course. But I know this is something that's personal to you because you suffer from a chronic illness. Kind of walk us through how what you have been through is being used to do this advocacy and the podcast.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for asking that question as well. I was diagnosed with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome when I was about 10 years old due to a series of injuries that were basically unexplained. I also lived in New York City, so I did have access to amazing healthcare and doctors around that caught it at a very young age.
Mm.
Essentially, this condition causes me tremendous joint and muscle pain, and there's not really any treatment for it. You can just manage life with it. And so back to what we first talked about looking within in whatever way you could. I had all this chronic pain, so there were limitations. I had to quit competitive swimming and find a new passion. So that became art, storytelling, photography, and now I get to really tell stories through my social media, through content creation, and emerges my passion for speaking out about this chronic illness and other chronic illnesses, as well as my passion for art. So it's definitely full circle and really beautiful.
Yeah, I absolutely love that. And you talked about merging passions. I, full disclosure, went to your Instagram, saw that you're also a Sports Illustrated swimsuit model. Like, it doesn't seem like you have enough to do. So, first of all, congratulations on that. That's a pretty big deal. But
Thank
in your
you.
post about it, what I loved is that you asked people what being brave means to them. So, what kind of bravery does it take for you to be so vulnerable about your illness and in modeling on such big platforms?
Yeah, this is another amazing question. You're really hitting me with the best questions today. I would say that being brave is just an act of courage and learning how to really extricate yourself from any situation and put yourself in somebody else's shoes and see,
Mm.
like, wow, like, what if I looked at somebody who had a chronic illness on a magazine cover or in Sports Illustrated when I was 10 years old? Maybe I wouldn't have worn one pieces and big t-shirts to the beach growing up. Like maybe I would have embraced just wearing the dang like swimsuit, as everyone says. I also think on top of that, it's about body representation, right? Like when you have a chronic illness, in my situation specifically, I mean, I have not been able to work out as a normal person does because of the debilitating pain. And if I do something where I overextend myself, it ends up ultimately causing me more pain, more injuries, and it sets me back. And so just seeing a body that really represented what my experience with chronic illness on Sports Illustrated was amazing. And the DMs and the messages that I've gotten after that from different people across the globe has just been so overwhelming and positive. And I just feel like being brave and just going for it and shooting my shot makes it all worth it, just to make other people feel less alone.
Yeah. Shooting your shot. I love that. Gigi Robinson, I loved talking to you. Thank you for being willing to come here and share your story with us.
Yeah, thank you.